Holy shit. Oh, all right. This is one percent. Hi, I am so sorry I'm late. I forgot I set it for 7:15. I I have an excuse. I have a note. I have a note. I have a note. um so my mom and I got we found a new channel. I was like, yeah. Yeah. So I we found a new channel. And we were having a bit of an issue. We're having a bit of an issue getting it to actually load up stuff. So I do apologize that I am late. I am putting up the hey, bet I'm putting up the links right now. So bear with me. Again, I am really sorry I am late. Oh my god. I'm usually not late. I am usually not late. I'm usually on time. I'm usually on time. Hell, I'm usually early. Screw on time. I'm usually early. I'm like the worst person you're ever gonna meet because I am early. If you think that if I would have a date, I would probably be there like an hour before the date, and she would be really impressed. At least I would hope. Because I am there way early. But yes, I am running late. I am so sorry. Please forgive me. But we found a new channel. It the new channel has one of my favorite shows from when I was a kid. I grew up watching the old reruns of Chips, basically California Highway Patrol, the Eric Estrada show, basically, as it slowly started becoming known as. And we found it on Plex. They have 6 seasons, including the season when Caitlyn Jenner as Bruce Jenner was on. I really didn't like those episodes, so we won't be watching that season. Uh, like at all, because I just did not like the episodes at all. I've seen them. I've seen them. I don't like them, but I've seen them. But yeah, holy crap! It's been a roller coaster of a freaking. It has been a roller coaster of a week for me, and I mean like a massive roller coaster of a week. Holy crap! Ooh, that sounds cool. Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, and Tekken. Well, this would be better than what Soul Calibur did with Tekken Taihashi. I still remember those for Soul Calibur 2 because it was split into all three of the different gaming systems. Hey, Alter. So Soul Calibur 2 had three different game versions. The Nintendo version for the GameCube had Link from The Legend of Zelda. The PlayStation 2 version had Spawn. No. The Xbox had Spawn. PlayStation 2 had Tekken Taihashi, Unleashed His Wrath. I remember that. Yep, that is the thing. Although I do have one thing I want to say quick. Once I get this, I want to get my other link shared here. I'm trying to get it to share, but it's not. Um, Facebook's acting a little screwy, but yeah. But yes, that is tonight's topic: is YouTubers who are no longer the same. But so last week, this is what I want to mention here quick because I actually thought about it during the week, and I actually talked to an old classmate of mine. The song I was thinking of that we were practicing in chorus that we could not play, we could not perform then was Imagine. That was the song. Because I remember that there was one that remembered it and I messaged them and asked, I said, hey, I said, what was in chorus? We had to do, and I said, the one Andrew had a fit about it, and they're like, Imagine. I remember that. And I even double checked it with my mom, and it was Imagine. That was the song. It was he had an issue with it. What his issue was, I don't know, but he had he had problems with it. There is that. But all right, yes, tonight we are talking about YouTubers who are no longer the same, who have changed up. I'm still trying to get my other link to share because I am late. I was like 15 minutes late. Yeah. But yeah, so we're talking about YouTubers who aren't the same anymore. Obviously, I guess I can now fall under that category because I'm not the same as I used to be when I first started on here. But then again, to be fair, I did evolve with time. So whereas when I first did YouTube, I started doing comedy. Like I put comedy videos up. And by the way, they sucked. I still have them if anybody would like me to actually upload them. I would just have to it would just be like a whole album, like the whole album that I did basically, but I could upload it again if anybody wants to actually hear my god awful comedy. It's not good, but I had deleted all the videos. I could just put the whole thing up if anybody actually wants to hear it. I still have it because that was a Christmas present to a friend of mine last year. I gave her because she used to do comedy, and I thought, oh, I'll be nice and I'll give the comedy that I used to do to kind of give you an idea of, hey, this is what I used to do comedy wise. It's not that great. I still think she's funny, but there's that. Hey, Optimus, till all are one. Morning. So we're talking YouTubers, like I said. I guess I would qualify as one that's changed. That I'm not the same as when I first started, because when I first started, like I said, I did comedy. Then I went into just using this platform to upload my podcast, the absolutely completely random podcast. And then I started doing rant videos, and now I'm just at this point I'm doing this, though I will be dusting the rant videos off tonight. I'll be doing a live one after this because of Toy Story 5. Oh boy. Ooh, I will be doing a live rant video for that. So if you want to stick around for that, if you're able to, you're more than welcome to. I will be doing a live rant video for that. It's gonna be fun. But yeah, I guess you could say that I'm kind of changed, but I don't know. Hey, MK Musha. I did not see the Mario movie. I did not see I almost did, almost, because when I was having my issues going on with me a couple months ago, I contemplated going to the movies. I almost went to see it. Almost. I decided against it at the last minute. So that was bad, but okay, so 8-Bit, one of the YouTubers that you think who's not the same is Ben the Looney. I never heard of that one. But yes, why? I don't. Well, what's gonna get? Well, all right, I'm gonna do a live rant. So I'm going to believe me. I'm going to get. It's gonna be in my my live rant. Trust me, it's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, I've never heard of Ben the Looney, so I don't know. What do they do? Well, doing on that one. Okay, Ultra says Danny Bo. I have never heard of that one either. So that's two I don't know. It's two I don't know. I did not see the Cheetos biopic. Right. So my job is now putting me at second shift. So I don't get a chance to watch a lot of stuff until I get home. And if 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 I'm able to get home at like 8 o'clock when I'm supposed to not have to close that night, I mostly just catch up on YouTube videos, get some exercise in, go to bed. Because I try to get up at like 6 in the morning. I miss getting up at 2 a.m. though. It was so peaceful and quiet. But no, I try to get up about 6 a.m. so I can get some exercise in. I can try to go for a walk, take my medication, stuff like that. But yes, it is a long um thing. Screaming eggs in microwave. Oh my god. Oh, doing annoying. No, anybody that does annoying orange, no, they should be burned. Anybody that does annoying orange should automatically and immediately face the bowels of hell. Like, completely face the bowels of hell, right? There's gotta be a reason why I can't get Facebook to load up. Her birthday present, later tonight when I'm done, doing this. It won't take me that long to send it because it's real easy to send. That's what's causing my problem. Windows is trying to do an update. And let me stop that. Let me stop that update from happening. Oh, don't get me started on the Nostalgia Critic. All right, so I was actually asked to do a review of the Nostalgia Critic when I was looking into reviewing YouTube channels. I cannot say I have nothing at all nice to say about him. So I can't even do a review of the Nostalgia Critic. But oh yeah, no, don't get me started on the Nostalgia Critic. That I can watch his stuff. I can watch his videos, but as far as actually, I have nothing nice to say about him. His channel's gone to pot in a handbasket tremendously. Let's see, Bill used to do rants, reviews, countdowns. Also, Ben the Loonies pretty much did stuff that I used to do. Well, except I didn't do countdowns. I did do reviews and rants, but interesting. I'll have to check their. Well, I guess they're no longer good. But Optimus, I will agree with you with the Angry Video Game Nerd, because the last couple videos that he's done that I've watched really felt like they were below par, even for him. Like, I rewatched some of my favorite AVGN episodes, and then I rewatched one of the newer ones, and I was just, oh my god, no. It felt wrong watching it. Like, he gave the fuck up. I was like, pfft. Okay, who is Smosh? SMOS. I don't know that one either. See, I don't know a lot of YouTubers. I stick to my own little corner of YouTube, and that's where I stay, because that's where I'm comfortable and safe. I don't go outside my comfort zone, because when I do, then I start to fall for people. And when I fall for people, then that's bad. And then I get sad. So I try to stay in my own little corner of YouTube. I try is a key phrase. They used to be. Oh, that's never good. Oh my god. They used to be a YouTube channel. Well, spaghettios. I guess. It's not good. They used to be a YouTube channel. Ow. That's bad. Used to be. But there are a couple that I can definitely think of. And these aren't even ones that, okay, the update's not running, so sorry, I'm still trying to figure out why I can't get Facebook to load up. It's starting to honestly piss me off now. It's irking my last nerve right now. Cause I want to get this I don't know why it's not letting me load this up. This is starting to really irk me. Cause I want to get this. You get that name off my chat. Fred is a horrible existence of a person. I'm sorry. I will never in this or any other life. You could offer me $1 million cash up front. The woman of my dreams. Okay. You can honestly, I'm going to make this right. I'm going to say this right here, right now. And I will look right at my camera to say it. You could offer me all the money in the world. You could offer me everything my heart desires. I will never, ever, ever like Fred. No videos, nothing. Never. Never. Fred is a disgrace. And I always love how people are so quick to call him, oh, well, he is the grandfather of streaming. No, he is the grandfather of stupidity. He is what happens when stupidity eats too much more honesty and tries to crap it out at night. That is what Fred is. And I'm sorry. I have nothing good to say about Fred. Nothing. I refuse to reduce myself down to that level. Why will Facebook not load up? It's just like, did Facebook go freaking down or something that I can't get on? All right, I guess Facebook went down. Great. Woohoo. That's wonderful. Yeah, Nostalgia Critic has problems. Uh, Same popular opinions. If you like Fred, that's fine. I'm not here to, the one thing I will never do on this channel, I will never force you to agree or disagree with my opinion. It is your opinion if you like something or you don't like something. I just express my opinion. I hate Fred. Sorry. Hi, Common. Thank you for joining. Tonight we're talking about YouTube channels and YouTubers who are no longer the same and have changed drastically. I've already thrown myself under the bus for this one, and so far I have been greeted with Fred, the Nostalgia Critic, and the Angry Video Game Nerd. So, yay, we're doing really good so far. I just can't stand the character in general because the first time I was ever introduced to Fred, honestly, first time was that iCarly special where I guess iCarly had forced him to give up, and everybody's going after them. And the only reason why I knew about that was because there was nothing else on that night, and I had it on in the background. And I was like, and you people are doing what? Eh, I couldn't care. Oh God, I hate Fred so much. I'm sorry. I cannot stand Fred. But there is a channel that I can definitely think of that immediately comes to my mind. This is something I was thinking of all week too. So YouTube channels and YouTubers that are no longer the same from what they started out as. I have a really good one, and this is one that does bother me. So I still do, though he pitches his own crap most of the time now, and I feel like we need a shovel about the size and shape of Texas to shovel all of his crap. Is the 8-bit guy, and now I have no issue with the 8-bit guy, none at all. David Murray is a really nice person from what I've seen. I just liked your channel. Like I liked the channel for going there, watching restoration of old computers, and learning something about them. Like, oh, here's like, I know I say like a lot. Here's a motherboard from a, let's say, Compaq 555Z or something, and I'm going to restore it back to working condition because each problem might just be simple, but it could just be like a busted trace on the board. Or I would go, okay, let's break a couple other things on here to really make the video interesting to show, hey, this is what happens if you come across one of these. And there you go. But now it's like, oh, I'm not doing that anymore because it became a competition between the other restorers. What competition? I was watching you to learn something. Like the only time I ever ragged on him was when he did the paper clips. I'm sorry. That's the only time I ever really ragged on him was for the paper clips. But that's a channel. I watched a couple of his Pat the NES Punk videos. They weren't bad, but yeah, I mostly just tuned in for his podcast. But he and Ian stopped doing the podcast now. They only do specials anymore. I also watched the Flea Market Madness, but that's coming to an end too. So, I mean, it happens. I get that. It happens. People do move on from things. I mean, I don't do my old podcast anymore, which I miss tremendously. I miss it. I miss my old podcast. I miss it a lot. But yeah, I like this the completely unnecessary podcast. That's what inspired me to do my own podcast that I did for a little over 5 years. I was like, well, it wasn't that bad. I don't watch Doctor Disrespect. I was watching Zenny Zounds on Twitch. That's like the only streaming that I really watched was on Twitch. I did watch Zero the First on here a while. It was a couple of years ago when he was doing the Golden Sun run. I did watch that. That was a lot of fun, by the way, because I was in the chat for that. That was a lot of fun. Especially the Lost Age, because I'm going off of my book, he's going off of his book, and we both come to the conclusion that there's an error in the book for the Lost Age, where this is where it's saying the ship is, and the ship's not there. And I'm like, "Well, that's where the book's saying it is." He's like, "I know, but it's not there." And then we come to the realization that, "Oh my god, it's not here." But, yes. I have not watched a Jacksepticeye video in a while. The last one I think I watched, he and his girlfriend were doing Minecraft. That was, like, the last one I remember. I don't know what iDubbbz is. I'm looking back through the, stuff. I do not know what iDubbbz is. Keep in mind, I'm not hip. I'm not hip. I'm not hip. I'm not down with it. I know very little about stuff, but I did I s do watch Markiplier every now and then, not a lot. I like the videos, where he, Bob, and Wade are together. Those are a lot more fun because they can each play off each other for jokes and really make me laugh, like when they did The Forest, when they do their Uno games. Those are I love those. Those are the best. But, or better no, Farming Simulator, because my grandfather was still alive and I showed him that video, because my grandfather used to work on a farm, and he was laughing his ass off at that, especially when, Mark went and got the giant plow thing, and all of a sudden they're like, "What's with that giant long dildo you're bringing?" I'm like, "Oh," I was losing it. It was so funny. Let's see here. What about Miss Oliver and okay, I don't know Miss Oliver and Blossom. See, here's the thing. I don't know a lot of the YouTubers because some of the ones that I did follow, because to be fair, I have a lot of channels that I'm subscribed to on YouTube, but the problem is I don't remember all the channels that I'm subscribed to. So there is that. Like I said, when it comes to streamers, I will usually head over to Twitch and I'll watch them on Twitch. I was watching my friend Zenny Zounds over on Twitch. I would root for her every now and then, but I don't watch her stuff that much anymore because I'm a little more busy than I was. Uh, I was watching Finster over there, and I just kind of catch her videos on here when she puts them up, like Finster Live. There's that. Um, I was watching somebody do Minecraft. Oh no, that was a Markiplier when we was doing Minecraft. I remember that. Yeah, see, like I said, there are some YouTubers that I don't know. I like the name doesn't ring a bell to me. And if it does, I go, "Oh," because keep in mind, when I watch YouTube, I'm mostly pulling up, like, clips from TV shows that I remember or watching new stuff, like somebody's reviewing, let's say, Pokemon, or I'm gonna quick rattle them off, Scott's Thoughts, J Rose 11, Madry Bread. I'm watching their channels for, Pokemon content. I like Madry Bread's videos. They're actually a lot of fun. Even the non-Pokemon ones are good. Bye, Alter. Thanks for stopping by. I mean, I recently rediscovered Foamy the Squirrel on I Will Press. And I was like, I remember there's a video. I was like, I remember there was a video. And I can't find it. So I think it got removed or just hidden because it's no longer available, which sucks. But Foamy the Squirrel is a really good series. But we're going with YouTubers that are different from what they were. I will definitely go with this one because when this topic was given last week, the first name that came to my mind, you have 262 times. So you have $26.20. If I'm right about that number, that is impressive. Uh, oh, I still can't stand PewDiePie. I hate PewDiePie with a passion. I think YouTube should kick him off the platform. I really do. Then there'd be a massive curve for the other creators. But like I said, when this topic was brought up, oh, Mondo, okay. You're tired. Okay, so Mondo, you're tired of bad superhero. Yeah, I'm tired of bad superhero movies too. So yeah, I'm just not a fan of PewDiePie, and it's mostly because he became the face of YouTube, and he took that a little too far, in my opinion, with some of the stuff that he did, and yeah, it's a wee bit too far because then it hurt the rest of us. But like I was saying, the one channel that definitely came to my mind when this topic was brought up last week, the completionist, Jared Khalid or Khalid, or I think it's Khalid. Um, but basically the completionist, the guy that would go around, he would complete video games and make a video of it that went out every Friday. I liked his channel. I would tune in every Friday to watch the newest video. And then there was the controversy with him and his one coworker, the one partner on the YouTube channel, and that person left. And he goes, "I will be reshooting every single one of those videos," because he had to take down the old ones. And I was like, okay. But then all I lost all respect for the man when there was an April Fool's Day prank. He reviewed Better Call Saul as a video game. And I'm like, nope, that's it. I was like, I was looking for one person to be at least somewhat professional with this. Like, okay, he could have reviewed a game. He could have looked at Elmo's Number Adventure. He could have looked at a kid's game and gave it like a massive, I'm gonna beat the crap out of it. Um, you know, review. No, he picked a TV show. And I was like, ugh, that was it. I did watch then for Tales of Symphonia because he finally did review that or completed it. I did watch, I think 1 or 2 recently that were recent releases, but that I just lost all respect. That is a channel that went to pot in a handbasket. But, like the AVGN's another one because he was really good at the start, and now it's just really bad for, you know, what is that? Oh, you lash out at your fans. No, that's yeah, that's automatic. You lose. Oh yeah, no. You lash out at your fans, you lose respect instantly. The fans are what keep you going. That's one of the issues I have with William Shatner because he came out and told all the fans, "Hey, if you see me in the airport and you see me out in public, don't dare come up to me and ask me for an autograph. That's I'm with my family. That is my private time. That's what conventions are for." My response to this, and I will stand by this response, and I'm unanimous in this response. You are an aging celebrity from a show that was popular in the 60s. If anyone from my generation or younger knows who you are, I would gladly sign an autograph because that's a miracle. Sorry. I'm 33 for the record. So if anybody 30 and under knows who you are, I would take that as a massive, massive, massive thank you. Yeah, I get it. Don't annoy him all the time. But I mean, if you're at an airport, it almost seems like if I would have a question and I would just be looking for somebody, and I'm like, I'm at an airport and I go, "Hey, excuse me, do you happen to know where gate 16 is? Or did you hear what they just called?" I'd almost be afraid he's gonna lash out at me for asking him a simple question. And I could just look, I don't care if you're the Pope. I just want to know if you heard what you understood what they said. So that just kind of bothers me. But no. No, you lash out on your fans, that's it. You lose all respect. I have never seen Ray William Johnson and his show. Never seen that. Never heard of Onision either. And no thoughts on the Paul brothers. Again, I'm not hip. I'm not hip. I don't lash out at my fans. Even if let me put it this way, if I had 10,000 subscribers, I still wouldn't lash out at any fan. I would never lash out at fans because I know how difficult it is to gain a following. I know how hard it is to keep a following. You're put on a pedestal, and the minute you do something wrong, you're knocked off that pedestal, and there's sometimes no coming back. Yeah, good old days. Yeah, I remember when YouTube was the Wild West back then, where you could put up gameplay videos, you could put up oh look, this panda just took a crap in its enclosure. And you can't do that now anymore. No, can't do that. That thing at Google had the Wild Wild West. Oh man. Okay, Mad Black Entertainment sounds familiar, but it's not coming to me. Hum a few bars and I'll try to fake it. It's not coming to me. No, the old days of YouTube basically was before copyright strikes started happening, before a lot of the channels started doing the WTFU, which is where's the fair use, because there's like a lot of reviewers that would put up content for um gameplay reviews or videos reviewing TV shows, and the networks would not bother them with oh, you're using our stuff without our permission because it was painting them in a bad picture. I'm going to look right at Angry Joe for this one because he and CBS pretty much have had a dick measuring contest since Halo came out. And basically, it did not go well. Like, he had to fight them tooth and nail for his Halo reviews to go up, for the Picard season 2 reviews to go up, even for the season 3 Picard. He has fought them tooth and nail. And I don't blame him at all for that. I would have done the same thing. But back in the olden days, they would not have given two shits about it. Nowadays they do, which is sad, but it happens, unfortunately. Ooh, that sounds cool. So Dead or Alive, you do realize it's like a volleyball game? No offense, 8-bit. You do know that Dead or Alive is a volleyball game, right? Gina Marbles. Oh, Geekdom 101, I've heard of that. Geekdom, I have heard. Geekdom 101, I've heard of. I think I've seen a couple of their videos. Oh, that could work. But yeah, Dead or Alive is a volleyball game because that's actually one of the most famous volleyball games because it is one that has jiggle physics. Where you can actually control, especially some of the older ones. It was heavily nailed for sexuality, and it was like a T-rated game. Then it got bumped right up to M because you have women very large in the chest and they're in bikinis on the beach. It was heavily hit. I remember because I was like, "Ooh, I could get Dead or Alive on emulator." I was like, "Ooh." It kind of it kind of enticed me because I could never get really good M-rated games, because I could never get any, growing up, which sucked. Gina Marbles was a YouTuber. Alright, so I don't know what happened to her then, because I name does not ring a bell. Yeah, name does not ring a bell, but Geekdom 101, I remember Geekdom 101. I mean, here's a good one though, if you want, channels that are no longer the same, look at Dorkly. Dorkly is now independent because remember for the longest time they were teamed up with one and then they got screwed over. Then they were teamed up, I think it was with the Lowbrow, and now they're independent. So it's actually a really good thing for them. But there's a bunch of other channels though. God, there was one I really wanted to talk about for this week, and I can't remember what the name was now. Um the channel the channel just mostly was I think a lot of people would have probably asked for it. It's the RWBY series and Justice League pretty much are kind of simpatico. So I think a lot of people. Plus, at this point, give the DCU something. They just officially got the nail in the coffin for the DCEU because the DCEU is done. Black Adam basically was the nail in that thing's coffin. Let them have something. They need it. Yeah, that's where I remember them. Geekdom 101s from Dragon Ball. Because I remember watching a lot of okay, that's it. Team 4 Star. Team 4 Star. You remember them, the ones that got really popular with Dragon Ball Z Abridged. And then immediately after, basically right after finishing the Cell Saga off, and they're preparing to do BoJack, it's like, oh no, we can't get BoJack to work. The kicker was I wrote one line just for the hell of it. And I proved, hey, look, I could make it funny. And I was a fan. Just ask the fans for help. Take a break for a while. Ask the fans for help. Ask the fans for some jokes and then pick the best ones out of it and, get some creative juices flowing that way. Their entire reasoning for changing up their channel was we're tired of the copyright strikes, which you put in the start of every video. The following is a non-profit fan-based parody. Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Z Kai, Dragon Ball GT, and Dragon Ball Super, all owned by Funimation, Toei Animation, Fuji TV, and Akira Toriyama. Please support the official release. Every time. It's a parody. It's protected under copyright. Granted, yes, it's a Japanese property, so you have to understand how Japanese law works. Japanese law is heavily different than ours, hence why the Show Pro Gambit, as we were so lovingly explained to by a YouTuber who, honestly, he lit a massive fuel under that one because that really bothered a lot of people. But here you have basically, okay, we know how screwed we are. But at the same time, oh, while we're screwed, we're not that screwed. So it does make sense. I just realized I got to do something else too. I got to remember to pull something out of my box here. Flash drive for when I'm done with this. I recorded a gameplay video for my other channel and I forgot about it. Because I need to condense it down and change the file size so that I can upload it easier. But yeah. That's what it was, Team 4 Star. Because then they put out, oh, we can't get the BoJack movie to work, and we're not interested in doing the Boo Saga. We're not going to do the Boo Saga. You never were going to do the Boo Saga. Here's a newsflash. If you ever watched their DBcember videos, when they did Boo's Fury, they came right out and said, we're never doing the Boo Saga. We hate the Boo Saga. We're not going to do the Boo Saga. And just like that, they're like, oh no, screw it. They just found their excuse to finally not do it. because they're like, oh, well, we have to worry about our other employees and copyright strikes hurt our channel. Then upload and start a second channel. Start a second channel. And don't have, start a second channel for all, for your original stuff. Just put down, TF, TFS originals. But no, it's, oh no, we can't handle this. It's too much for us. You just didn't want to do the Boo Saga. Just admit it and get it over with. But that was a channel that definitely came up. But no, Mondo, in answer to your question, Black Adam was the nail in the coffin. Because that movie tanked so bad that Dwayne The Rock Johnson's people started cooking the books. Bye, 8-Bit. Thanks for hanging out. But no, yeah, Black Adam was the nail in the coffin because the DCEU was already on fumes as it was, because you had the Zack Snyder incident where he basically said in an interview he would want rape in a Batman movie. You had the failure of the Justice League, the movies leading up to the Justice League, with the exception of Aquaman and Wonder Woman. And the only reason why Wonder Woman worked and did well was because it was the first female superhero movie released. It nailed every checkbox it had to. All right. He cares about his fans. I will give you that. I'll give you that. But it's, unfortunately, it was proven true that his people did cook the books, because they did investigating. He was telling everybody, oh, the movie was a great success and it brought in this much money. We're doing really, really well. The movie barely broke even. Actually, I think it lost a crap ton more than it should have. I meant first superhero movie with the newer, since Marvel started doing their stuff. You have to remember, for a lot of people, the older movies don't count anymore. They were going with based off of the newer stuff. So you'd have to go since Marvel started doing their movies and DC was trying their damnedest to keep up. So technically, Wonder Woman was the first of the newer female superhero movies. Yes, old school wise, she's way less. She's way less. In fact, there actually was a Wonder Woman movie for the old Linda Carter series. It was just a made for TV movie, but that still counts. The problem was that you're going off of the newer stuff. So basically what's fitting into what was fitting into at the time the DCEU. And the DCEU just could not do squat. Disney can't get them yet. Wait, hold on. Let me rephrase that. I think Disney does have the rights to X-Men. My thoughts on the MCU adding X-Men in, please, for the love of God, no. Because, look, no offense, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, or the MCU, actually managed to finally get. They won. They beat the DCEU completely. There's nothing they can do about that. The downside is Marvel's gone downhill since. Oh yeah, that's right. They killed Iron Man. Yeah, they do now. Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm like, oh yeah, wait, crap, they do now. Because that's why Disney bought Fox, because Fox had the rights to the X-Men, and now Disney has. That's why they bought Fox. That's why they backed up that dumb truckload of money up to Rupert Murdoch's front door and said, hey, give us Fox. And Murdoch was like, I'm a little skeptical. Okay. It's like, I forgot that. I wanted to say it was a fever dream. I thought it was a fever dream, but I forgot. Oh, wait, no, that's right. Disney does own Fox now. Shit, no. I forgot they own Fox. I don't like them owning Fox. Oh, you got that one right. You can never replace Hugh Jackman. The man is an S tier actor. If you, I'm sorry, if there's ever a Hugh Jackman movie about Hugh Jackman, it had better star Hugh Jackman because nobody's going to be able to compete with Hugh Jackman. You can't replace Wolverine, but they're going to, and that's the sad truth of it. And it's horrifying. It bothers me that that's what's going to happen. But oh yeah, it's going to happen because unfortunately, that's the way things work now. Is that everything will be rebooted. Better yet, good luck replacing Charles Xavier because Patrick Stewart ain't doing too good. He looked pretty bad in Picard. So yeah, good luck replacing him. Not to mention some of the other people that aren't with us anymore. But yeah, good luck with that. Yeah, I know he didn't want anything to do with Shazam 2, but the problem is that his name got attached to it. He starred in Black Adam. So unfortunately, you get stuck. He could have easily said no, walked away from it, and just they could have looked for somebody else. Somewhere along the line, he stayed. Either a contractual obligation or somebody somewhere just decided to play screw you with him a little bit. I don't know what, but it did not turn out well for him. His Black Adam was because Black Adam did not do well. Yeah, I forgot that too. Disney owns Fox because they have The Simpsons. I almost feel like taking up a collection. Look, he's getting up there in age. Jesus. Common, did you not see? Okay, I can actually answer your question with this statement. Pull up a Google image of Star Trek Picard and look at Jean-Luc Picard now from the last season that they did of Picard, which was the final one. They only had 3 seasons of it. He aged so bad. It isn't funny. He was already old to begin with, and he's like really up there now. It's scary. Disney pretty much does own everything at this point. Give them time, they'll own Google. Oh, God. Oh, my God. If Disney were to own Google. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Wow. That's horrible to think about, Disney owning Google. Oh, God, no. Oh, God. I forgot about that. That's a horrible thought to have is Disney owning Google. Oh, my God. Perish that thought. But yes. But yeah, in regards to the whole thing though, I keep the 101. Yeah, you end up having beefs, unfortunately. That's sort of what happens. Hey, all right. Okay, thank you for getting me back on topic comments. Thank you so much. I could go on a tangent for hours on the DCEU and MCU. And we'd be here for a week if I would go off on Disney. Nope. He won't. I doubt they will ever recast him for Green Lantern because that last movie sucked so bad. Even all right, I actually liked Green Lantern, and I thought that movie was god awful. But then again, Ryan Reynolds is too busy butchering Mint Mobile right now, so let him have his little fun with that. He knows his acting career is done. He knows his acting career is done. When you have actors that go into owning businesses, they know their acting career is done. They sadly know it's time to throw in the chips. It's done. It's over, basically. They know it's over. Um, but yes, thank you. Heard of Doomcock. No, I have not heard of Doomcock. Sounds familiar, but I have not heard of it. What was I gonna say? Oh, yeah. Back with the YouTube. So here's one that I definitely want to go off of. YouTubers that are no longer the same. How about Matt Pat, the the guy that does game theory, film theory, yeah, TV theory, and food theory. The guy that explained to me how the age of consent over in Japan varies from prefecture, and yeah. Yeah, he's coming back for Deadpool 3, but then again, he is Deadpool and Deadpool's MCU. So that would make sense, but Green Lantern's DC. Unfortunately, with DC, if they have any hopes to recycle themselves, they're going to have to reboot everything from scratch. They wanted to have the standalone Ben Affleck Batman. That's not happening. They're rebooting Superman with what's his name being booted out as the actual Superman. So they're rebooting that again. Um, I think they might still, if they want to do a third Wonder Woman movie, they might be able to, but 84 didn't exactly hit as high numbers as the first one did. Let us not forget Aquaman was the only other decent movie they had, but there's only so much you could shove Jason Momoa into before people start not giving a rat's ass. Flash, I haven't seen, but like I said, by this point, the DCEU is pretty much history. They know it. It's in the ground. That's a sad point. So Ryan Reynolds coming back for like a Marvel movie doesn't seem far fetched. Him coming back for a DC movie, I would sooner see me getting it on with Supermodel than I see that happening. No offense. Like I said, it sounds familiar. I just can't think of it, but it sounds familiar. Okay, I cannot get. All right, I still cannot get Facebook to load, but yet YouTube's loading up, so I can see what my other subscriptions are. So, all right. So I apologize at this point if anybody is um watching this through the link on the Web Designer 18 Facebook page. You're like 50 some minutes in. I'm explaining this. I cannot get Facebook to load. I have been trying off and on for the last hour to get it to load, and I cannot get it to load. I'm sorry that you're missing out on all this fun. That's why you got to subscribe and ring a ling the ding a ling bell. Like Austin Evans would say, you need to ring a ling the ding a ling. And I don't mean me. All right, so let me go through the channels that I have here. Oh wow, I have like over 500 that okay. I knew I had a lot of YouTube channels that I subscribed to. I did not know it was over 500. Goddamn, I have over 500 channels to subscribe to. I should get an award for that. Hey YouTube, want to give me an award? Boogie 2988. That one does sound familiar. I don't know why, but that one does sound familiar. But yeah, like I said, I had not seen Doomcock, but yeah, you're always gonna have like the mixed opinions, unfortunately. I could say you have you have Alt Matrix. It's another one that is kind of on the fence. Let's see here. I got K Wing Let's Play. I remember them. Little Soul, the Lo-Fi Girl, which is really cool. Mega Quint. Yeah, I do have a lot that I am a huge. Holy crap! Yeah, I subscribed to 8-Bit Glaceon, who was here in the chat a little bit ago. 64-bit, A-Dub Unlimited, Avi Nova, Action Retro, Alex Myers, Alan Becker. Let's see here. Got the Alpha J Show. That's one that I actually like. Those are just the A's. Like I said, I have like over 500 on here. I didn't know I had that many. Oh my god, I am subscribed to so many channels. Oh, so many. So many. So many. Oh, I lost respect for a lot of YouTubers. There's some like I said, Matt Pat's one because all his videos basically devolve right back to ye old Five Nights at goddamn Freddy's. I am sick and tired of this franchise. Look, Scott Cawthorn made a fortune off of it. And I think we, the YouTube community, need to just let it go off into the pasture, let it fuck itself to death, and then let it die. Because I'm sick to death of Five Nights at Freddy's. I know they got the movie coming out. Fine, let the movie be the last hurrah for it and let it go. Please. Please let it go. I'm tired of Five Nights at Freddy's. I am sick of Five Nights at Freddy's. I am sick and tired of Five Nights at Freddy's. I'm tired of it. Uh, like I said, the completionist Gerard Khalil. I'm tired of. I lost respect for him. I kind of lost respect for the 8-bit guy because I subscribed to his channel after I watched a bunch of videos of him restoring computers. I'm like, hey, this is really cool. And it's like, oh yeah, no, and it's just no, forget it. But there are a lot that I've lost respect for. It just I'm still subscribed, hoping that like maybe a couple months or years down the road, I can rewatch a video and I'll go, oh, okay, this isn't as bad as I remember. Maybe they got a little better, but probably won't be. That's the downside of it. Um, yeah, it sucks sometimes, unfortunately, but that's just what kind of happens. And it is what it is, unfortunately. Yeah, I can get Twitter to load. I don't know why I could not get Facebook to load. That kind of upsets me. I couldn't get Facebook to load. Mm. But yeah, there are a lot of YouTubers that I've lost some respect for over the years, over the months and years and stuff. But yeah, there are a lot of YouTubers that I've lost respect for. There are some channels though that even when I do lose respect for a YouTuber, I still subscribe to the channel because hey, the channel's still good. I still get a lot of kick out of it. And there are other channels that I find afterwards. Like I have found VisiPop's channel, and I love watching Hell of a Boss because it's one of my favorites. I've watched channels that do retrospective on anime series that will give complete analysis on the manga chapters, comparing them to the anime, which is a lot of fun. I have watched videos where I've watched a lot of parodies, like how I first got into The Devil as a Part Timer was through the abridged series and not the actual series itself. I got into I watched Something Witty Entertainment's parody of Sword Art Online, which is a lot funny, very very good. But yeah, yeah, it is kind of true, unfortunately, at least from what I had heard. But yeah, it's for them saying like rude, insulting, and toxic stuff to the writers. I could believe it because did you see Picard season 2? That should tell you how bad the writers were at that. I'm sorry. Even I, watching the reviews of it, I threw my hands up in the air and screamed, "What the and fuck," at the top of my lungs. And I'm like, there's no way that anybody could be this dumb and idiotic. I think Chuck E. Cheese was getting rid of their animatronics as a cost saving measure to keep them from going into chapter or to keep them from having to shut down completely. So the whole Five Nights at Freddy's thing, yes, it did kind of come about because of an incident at a Chuck E. Cheese, but I don't believe that the Chuck E. Cheese animatronics being removed was because of it. Because remember, Five Nights at Freddy's kind of came out right as um right as they were having their issues. So there is that problem, unfortunately. because Chuck E. Cheese was already having their issues with, oh, we're losing money left, right, and sideways. Oh, hey, this isn't going very well for us. Oh, hey, we're in a living hell. And then just like that, oh yeah, Chuck E. Cheese is like bankruptcy, bankruptcy, bankruptcy. And there's Five Nights at Freddy's, reminding you how creepy pizzerias can be with animatronics. So, no, I think Chuck E. Cheese getting rid of their animatronics wasn't a relation to Five Nights at Freddy's. I think it was more of a cost cutting measure to save money in the long run. At this point, just put a fucking video on the goddamn screen. It would just be cheaper to get a projection and have like a cartoon to entertain the kids while they're eating their cardboard pizza, basically. Oh, the J.J. Abrams Star Trek films? Yeah, even I kind of cringe at those. Then again, to be fair, I cringe at the original 6 Star Trek films. I like First Contact and Insurrection. Those are the 2 that I like the most. Nemesis I hate with a passion, and Generations can blow me. Voyager should have got their own movie. There's still time. I think most of those actors are still alive. There's still time. There's still time. Give them a movie. Give them a movie, I command you. But no, I don't think they will. But yeah, what was I gonna say? What was I gonna say? It's gonna drive me nuts. But I don't know. I lost my train of thought. I lost my train of thought. That's bad. That's bad. Uh but yeah, there's like a lot of just like bad stuff. There's a lot of Star Trek YouTube channels. There's some that do some really good stuff with like describing some of the aspects from Star Trek, but then they just still screw it up too. But yeah. I don't know. I mean, I have issues. Oh my god, I finally got Facebook to load. Holy crap, it's a miracle. I finally got Facebook to load. Hey, I finally got Facebook to load. It's a miracle. It's a Saturnalia miracle. My god. So I can mark that off my list now. I got Facebook to fucking load up. Finally. Oh, that's bad. It took so long. But oh, there's another there's a YouTube channel I'm just thinking of. Hold on. I think I'm actually subscribed to it. Hold on. Because it's one that I remember watching a few times and then it went to pot real fast and I stopped watching it. But I'm still subscribed to it. Because that's the thing with me. I won't unsubscribe to a channel. Don't get me wrong. If I don't like the channel anymore, I'll unsubscribe. But if it gets to the point where, hey, I think the channel might be able to pull itself, might be able to pull its own head out of its ass, I'll stick around. Otherwise, no, I'm just gonna unsubscribe from it. I remember it was like down near the bottom of my list. I just have to remember which one it is. Holy crap. No, those 2 channels are okay. No. Well, I guess I could say Larry Bundy Jr., but I actually like his stuff. LGR kind of went a little weird. I will admit that. There's a few other ones here. No, I like Matt Muscle's channel. Mega Capital G is one I'll throw on that my list of channels that have gone kind of downhill. Yeah, I have a lot on here. Oh my god. I did not remember how many channels I was subscribed to. Oh god, there are so many. Oh god, there's so many. Oh wait, no, here we go. Here we go. This is the one. Pungence's channel. So, for those that don't know, when I first got my very first tablet, it was an Insignia Flex Elite. It was given to me by a friend of ours because her mom didn't need it. At the time, I needed the money and I didn't really need it. I had no use for it. So I got rid of it. And I told my mom, it's a true story. I'm like, I'm going to come up with a use for this. Watch, it's going to be after shipping it out or something. I'm going to come up with a use for it. And I did. I'm like, I could have used it to record videos, son of a bitch. So I embarked on trying to get another one. I went through like two of them because one had a faulty charge port. One did not work properly at all. Third time was a charm. Got it. Loved the hell out of it. Played it till it died. Like it literally just completely crapped out on me one night right before Halloween. I was pissed. Had to get a replacement. Got a Insignia Flex. Damn thing was scuffed to hell. I didn't care. It was a temp tablet as far as I was concerned. And yeah, I was just like, no. Then I got, but yeah, long story. Anyway, I actually watched Pungence's channel because he was doing a lot of cool videos. He was doing Xenoverse. He was doing some Marvel Contest of Champions. And I was watching these videos like, this is really cool. This is really interesting. I really like this. And then the video started to suck so bad. But yeah, it was just weird videos at the end. But on Star Trek, Kirk would fuck anything that moved. I'm sorry. Let me explain my thoughts on the original Star Trek and even going into the JJ films. Okay, here it is. James Tiberius Kirk. James T. Kirk would fuck anything that moved. Give him a lizard woman. He would screw her. This is the captain that would violate the Prime Directive more times than I change underwear. Okay? Trust me. Oh no, I didn't find that weird at all. I found it funny as hell because he had no shot in hell with her. And then this is the continuity where she went with Spock anyway, and Spock got her a radioactive tracking necklace because I'm going to be able to track my girlfriend wherever she goes. You gave your girlfriend a tracking device? You're tracking your girlfriend? Yeah. That would be like me getting a girlfriend, which is never going to happen because I will never have a girlfriend, sadly. Not that I'm against it. I am into girls, but this would basically be like me trying to get a girlfriend, getting one, and as a very first present, giving her a necklace that has a small computer chip inside that can tell me where she is every single second of the day. That, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, is called stalking to the 12th degree, where you now know where she is every second of the day, and she doesn't know. That's stalking to the 12th degree. But no, James Tiberius Kirk would fuck anything that moves. He was, I will get shit for this, and I will say it again and again and again. I don't care how many times I say it; it's gonna be true. He is the worst captain in Starfleet history, and I'm even including Archer in this. That was what they wanted people to think. It's like, oh, he's gonna get Uhura. No, Spock's gonna get Uhura. You know what he's gonna get? Dysentery. He's gonna have those cold, lonely, sexless nights in his cabin, spanking it to play Mars or something. No, play Venus. Oh, wait. No, it would be play Mars. It was like the argument that my mom and I had years ago when we were talking about Playboy and Playgirl. My mom's like, well, you'd want Playgirl. I said, no, I want Playboy. She's like, no, Then we finally, my one aunt was at the fire company, and I asked her. I said, "Hey," I said, "settle an argument for us." And I said, so my mom's like, "Well, I would have to get him Playgirl. Like, we would read Playgirl. No, we would read Playboy." And all of a sudden, my aunt goes, "Why would I want to see pictures of naked women?" And I go, "Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I rest my case." And my mom just looks at me like, "Playgirl is your gender's equivalent of Playboy." Oh, like, what the hell? Sad thing is, though, I still like Playboy. So, hey, it's one of the. Hey, I'm still into girls, regardless of the fact that I'm transitioning into a girl. I'm still into women. So, sorry, I still like the female sex. But yeah, we're talking YouTubers that are no longer the same. And I'm trying to think that there's a couple other ones that definitely, especially but yeah, the AVGN comment earlier, 100%. Since he started getting his personal life involved, his videos have gone down to pot in a handbasket. Even the non AVGN videos are kind of god awful at this point, and it's really painful to watch. But yeah. There was something. There was another. I don't remember anymore. I have a bad memory. I was asked that. I had a job interview this week, a physical one. I had a virtual one and a physical one this week. At the physical one, I was asked what position it was that I was exactly applying for, and I honestly spaced out and forgot. I doubt I'm getting that job anyway, but it was nice to know. I'm hoping I get the other one because the pay is better, but I honestly forgot. But I should know hopefully this week if I'm getting it or not. Because I want to get out of the deli. I don't like working in the deli. It bothers me. But no, if I had to like rank my least favorite and most favorite Star Trek captains, this is my list. Bottom of the tier is James Tiberius Kirk. Sorry. Technically, Sulu was a captain in the Undiscovered Country and in the Shattered Universe game, so he's included in this list too. But above Kirk is Captain Archer from Star Trek Enterprise. Guy fucked everything. That joke from Futurama still stands in my head. It lives rent free. Way to ruin the franchise, Bakula. Because he ruined the franchise. Okay, hold on. I can actually do my George Takei voice. Way to ruin the franchise, Bakula. I can do good impersonations. I really can. After Archer, I go with Cisco, mostly because I was not a huge fan of Deep Space Nine, and what I do like of Deep Space Nine is non-Cisco related stuff. Same for the point when he punches Q, but that's about it. Next up would be Picard, mostly because he was okay in the Next Generation. Picard series, though, no. Then I would go with Sulu and Janeway. And I don't think I missed any because I didn't see Strange Worlds and I don't care to. So there's that. Yay. So you have any other YouTubers that have that are no longer the same from what they used to be? Because that was what tonight's topic was. And we kind of went way off the rails again, like we usually do. But we at least got the topic. We at least do the topic, then we go way off. Then we go off the rails. Then we go off the rails. But yeah, I mean, I've watched It Will Press. That's actually a lot of fun. Mostly Filming the Squirrel. That's a good show. I mean, I could go off on like the YouTubers that I really like. So there's crap. basic. Hold on. Hold on. I gotta pull it up because I know that they just put up a new video today. They usually do on a Saturday. It's the one that does a lot of the Transformers stuff, and the name is not coming to me because I know they put a video up on Saturdays. I really like it. Who was it? It's gonna bother me. No, it was like way early in the morning. Still no. Where are you? Is the one that does the Chris McFeely? That's it. Chris McFeely. Feely. Okay. Chris McFeely. That's the one I was thinking of. I could not think of the name. I like Chris McFeely's channel. He does a lot of good Transformer videos, like the basics on insert Transformer character, franchise, faction here. They're really good videos. Go check them out. Another good YouTuber, like I said, It Will Press. Go watch Foamy the Squirrel. For the love of God, it's worth your time and effort, especially if you just want to shut your brain off for a little while. Obviously, Vizzy Pop for Hell of a Boss, because let's face it, Has Been Hotel is never going to get off the ground. And if it does, God help us all. Because, God help us all. Because I did not like the pilot. I like Hell of a Boss better. Focus on Hell of a Boss. Hell of a Boss is way better. Way better. Hell of a Boss rules. But there's just like a lot of channels that I enjoy watching and a lot of channels that I just love. But yeah. Anybody got any other channels that we don't know, or should we do what we did last week and figure out what we're going to talk about next week? Because I don't know what to talk about. Oh, actually, I kind of have an idea. Yeah, I can't even stand Nostalgia Critic. I will watch his videos to a point. I'm not watching them religiously. If I want to like hear the Cliff Notes version of a movie, I'll watch it. Otherwise, forget it. I could give two holy craps about his channel. It's like I said, when I was reviewing YouTube channels, hey Ginger, when I was reviewing and looking at reviewing YouTube channels, somebody said, "Hey, how about reviewing the Nostalgia Critic? What are your thoughts on Nostalgia Critic? Do a video on the Nostalgia Critic." I watched a bunch of Nostalgia Critic videos. I could not even stomach coming up with a review. I just threw my hands up in the air and said, no chance in hell. I'm not doing one. I refuse to do it. And I still stand by that to this day. I refuse to do a review of the Nostalgia Critic because I had nothing nice to say. Yeah, I think we'll do that comment. I think that will be next week's topic. Disney, the DCEU, the MCU, basically superheroes, and the superheroes that are owned by Disney and getting done the ass by Disney. Yeah, there were a lot of those, Ginger, that sadly went. Some of the channels though are still around, but they only put new stuff up in October. Some do it for like the hell of it, but yeah, the majority of them sold out. Yeah, the sad part is I will watch Dead Meat's channel if I want the Cliff Notes version of a horror movie. But to be fair, for the Dead Meat channel, because I have watched a lot of the updates, the main guy that's in charge of that channel has had a lot of family problems. His dad is in failing health or not having very good health issues right now. And that has really screwed them over tremendously because he put out a few dozen videos about it. And the one he goes, we are changing up the lineup again, the schedule again, because there's more health problems. He needed to go help take care of his dad. I do remember that because I actually feel sorry for him for that because I have had family members. That's what my mom and I did with my grandfather and my grandmother for a while. My mom, after she lost her job in 2011, when the school she worked at did budget cuts and her position was one of the budget cuts, she stayed to take care of my grandparents full time so that somebody would be here to help take care of them. And that's how that kind of went. So when it comes to that, I will give him the benefit of the doubt. But keep in mind, people are human. There are issues outside of this because that's why I stopped doing my other podcast. Was because I had my uncle passing away, my mom and I not knowing if we were still going to be able to live here. Which right now we're here by the grace of God at this point because my aunt has not said we have to get the fuck out. So it's basically a massive, we don't know what's going to happen. We're not sure what's going to happen, but that's why I had to like put it into a lot of my stuff. But yeah, him selling out, it does make sense. But again, like I said, to be fair, they do need to make ends meet with their stuff. YouTube will demonetize it instantly. So theirs is one that I will give a pass to in regards to selling out because they need to make something off of this. So them selling out to, let's say, sponsors and other places, yeah, I can understand that. But to be fair, they are a channel that reviews horror movies, gives you the Cliff Notes version of the horror movies, and basically gives you a kill count. Things that YouTube will flat out demonetize your ass for in 30 seconds or less. Hell, no, hell, I'll give you one better. They will demonetize you in 15 seconds or less for that. So they are like the only one I will give a pass to for that, mostly because they know what they're getting into, and they still do give out good quality. Um, they do give out like good quality videos, but it's one of those, you're getting what you pay for. You're basically watching a Cliff Notes version where they count up dead bodies. That's their main thing. They have a podcast, which is also kind of good. I watched a couple episodes of it. It's not bad, but yeah, they are the one that I will give a pass. Mostly because I understand the concept, what they're behind. I get the issues and the struggles that they're going to have. So it, to me, it makes a lot of sense. It really does. It sucks, but it makes a lot of sense. But there are other channels that are like that too. Because of YouTube's monetization policy now making it next to impossible for a lot of these channels to make money regardless of their viewer and subscriber count. Like look at Angry Joe show. He swears a lot. They have a fuck counter. And if, let's say, oh, we need to be monetized, that's why he does a lot of, he will sell out to the energy drink G Fuel. He will sell out to, let's say, this brand or this brand because they need to make the money and they're not going to get monetization from YouTube because they do angry reviews where they are basically throwing a fit about insert whatever it is here, either game, movie, impressions, stuff like that. So those are channels that I will give a pass to, mostly because they had to change with the times. But yeah, a lot of the other channels, though, I won't. A lot of the other Halloween like channels, I won't give a pass to, but Dead Meat, I will give a pass to because they are, and this is why I will give them a pass. Like, this is the main reason. They are open with the goings on behind the scenes. They are not a channel that's going to hide it under the rug, hide it behind layer upon layer of bullshit. They come right out and say, hey, we're having issues dealing with insert whatever the problem is here. Like, we've lost sponsors. We can't stay monetized under YouTube system, so we have to seek sponsors. Therefore, there's going to be a little less blood shown. We're going to have to go more tame movies for a while, stuff like that. It does hurt in the long run, but at the same time, they're being honest with the fans, hoping that you will stick around. It's understandable, but at the same time, yeah, it sucks. No argument here. It does suck, but it is understandable, to say the least. That being said, like I said, they will get a pass from me because I know what's going on. They have been very open about it, and I have no issue with that. But yeah, it does suck when they sell out. But for them, they had a reason, and it makes a lot of sense why they had to sell out. With Angry Joe, again, same reason. Granted, he's not a Halloween channel, but I'm using him as a similar example. But yeah, the other Halloween channels, no, forget it. They had no excuse. They had no excuse. Dead Meat has an excuse. The other ones don't. But, yeah. So I kind of like Common Writer's idea for next week's topic: Disney, the DCEU, the MCU, and why they suck now. Oh, Jesus Christ, Black Adam was just a bomb of a freaking movie. That thing just cratered into the ground. You don't have to look for the black box for that one. It's just in the ground. It's like there's a crater. It's easy to figure out what happened. The movie tanked. Oh my God, there's a crater in the ground. Yeah, it's easy to figure out. But yeah. So I think we'll cut it here then this week for this episode of the worst podcast ever. Oh, that was a kick-ass echo. Oh my God, that was a kick-ass echo. I don't think I can do that again. Oh my God, that was a kick-ass echo. All right, until next week, everybody, when we talk about Disney, the DCEU, and the MCU. And we just go off on your thoughts and my thoughts. Until next time, I am your girl, Jessica, also known as Andrew, signing off for this week's episode. Bye-bye, everybody. And I thank you all for tuning in. If you're interested, I'm going to be doing a live rant on Toy Story 5 when I'm done with this. So, bye.